Transition in 3, 2, 1.
All right. That's good because it'll make for a good latency check for you and me. No, that wasn't to start. That was a countdown to us taking control. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I'm Mitty Busker. I'm the commentator. And I hate to pander to chat right away, but if you can hear us, please let us know in the chat. I always get paranoid I do something to my mic at the wrong time. Plus, again, good lag check. All right, that's good to hear, Choco. Thank you. All right, I am ready when you're ready, Choco. You want me to count down? All right, I'll go from 5. So we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this marathon run. Cake5000. I'm clip because that's an unwinnable sequence that leads to the meat and potatoes of this game. Out there somewhere is a 2D puzzle platformer where you're chasing down your arch rival Grigori on Planet Unknown. We have to use physics and conservation of momentum to solve some puzzles. So we've got this light gun that warps us, and when it hits a solid object like a wall, Yuri respawns. Now, the most complicated tech happens right here in the beginning of the game. My stream is on high latency, so I'm guessing, but when you see a screen called Lost Mountaintop, remember that. Choco is trying to get above the game world, sort of like a Super Mario Brothers run, and it puts together a lot of complicated tech. So what Lost Mountaintop Out of Bounds puts together is the fact that we use conservation of momentum to keep rising up a wall. You get a few frames where the game remembers Yuri's ground state, and so Choco sneaks a hidden double jump that isn't built into the game mechanics, and then finally he fires a quick turnaround from at least a tile away from the wall to continue climbing up it like a beast. As soon as he gets out of bounds, then he has of the out of bounds. So the trick there is he has to get right on a corner tile, which doesn't exist in any of the actual game levels. And finally, my game caught up here. He's playing great. Okay, so when you're on a 4-way corner, the game doesn't quite know what to do with where to put you because it's basically calling XML addresses. So if you're inputting a lateral direction, the game will eject you a screen in the wrong direction. The pickup that you saw Choco collect is a heart. It gives him the ability to take damage, which we'll be using at the end of the run. There are some damage boosts. So basically, at this point, Choco is trying to race to the alien city and make use of a few obstacles along the way. Most of the shots occur in pretty tight windows, and he's trying to shoot pretty much as soon as he gets pin high with an element, because your light gun travels so much faster than your sprite. And so we go out of bounds one more time here in this area called jumping over when we pick up one more heart. This gives us the ability to absorb bigger hits and sometimes take 2 hits. So there are some pretty nifty screen skips along the way as well. The game loads dialogue usually about a second after you interact with the thing that generates it. If you can leave the screen before that dialogue appears, you save a couple seconds real time. This run is scored in-game though. And our in-game timer does not run when dialogue is running or the screen is paused. And there are some exploits that have to do with why we chose to score it that way. First sort of 2/3 of the game, we mostly dodged the enemies, but in the last third of the game, we plowed through a couple of them. I do want to talk about the colored light beams that we've seen to this point as Choco goes underground. Red light beams cancel your shot, which means that the shot just disappears, it nullifies, and Yuri pulls up a dialogue box to complain about it. meaning that Choco is going to be able to get a couple free jumps in the end of the run and jump around those obstacles. So while we're going through this middle section, much of this is played pretty much the same way that you would play it casually, just in fast forward and acing it first try. I want to take a moment to call out the generous donors who have us off to a fast start, 100 game. The orange slug dudes are our friends, and they've been enslaved by Grigori. The gray slime is the bad guys that you're trying to dodge and or kill. For some reason, some of the slugs are employed by Grigori as security guards, so you talk to them and they open gates that lead you into the next security sector. With some death warping and a really nifty trick right at the end of the run, Choco is only going to touch 2 out of the 3 guards. Okay, so we have made it all the way into the basement. Yeah, my stream is having to correct a little bit here, and you just see rapid fire, constant, fast-paced movement. So Choco's going to death warp after talking to the second guard here to get back out of the basement. One thing that I want to say is out there somewhere is probably the quintessential gateway speed game. If you have watched marathons and thought, man, I would love to do this and I don't know where to start, out there somewhere usually costs $1 on Steam, and when it doesn't, it costs 50 cents. There's no RNG. There are no global cycles. Everything is screen-based, so you can practice one screen at a time. Everything is fixed, and it's a very short game, about an hour for a casual playthrough, and runners usually take less than 2 weeks to get a time of sub 10 minutes in-game time. All right, we are entering the final act of the run where we're chasing down Grigori himself. So it's very important, for example, when Choco takes a shot from them, that he takes a shot instead of colliding. All right, my stream just caught up with an attempt at a green beam jump, which is where we jump at the top of a beam ejection, and that gets you around certain obstacles, letting you skip and gain extra jump clearance. So now we're climbing up to meet Grigori finally, and I want to point this out before y'all actually see him, because I think it's such cool character design. He has a hole in his stomach. All right, so now we've caught up in not so hard. Second try green beam jump, that is way tougher than it looks, and it saves crossing the screen like 4 times. You got one more damage boost here, where Choco just goes behind the back of a brute this time, and then thinking 4th dimensionally, sets up these 2 clever teleshots that skip talking to the third alien guard. We climb up this room that looks like an homage to the Metroid Screw Attack, and then Grigori is waiting for us at the top of the tower. We fight Grigori twice, once on foot, and Choco's gonna make it look like a joke, and then once up in space, which I have to be honest is a joke. So the on-foot fight is based in cycles. Every time Grigori takes 3 shots, he warps to the other side of the wall. Because Choco's rhythm rocks, he's never going to let Grigori enter an attack cycle. If you playing casually let him enter his attack cycle, it's actually an epic drag-him-out fight. But 19 shots later, and Grigori gone. Bye-bye. So now we pick up our light orb, and then we take to space. So we fix our shot, and there's even an NPC who says, this works because reasons. This fight is super fast. It's mash and pray. It's about 12 seconds long, so please, Aaron, get ready on time. I will call it when I see it from my screen. Choco's going ham. This run is furious. Grigori is going down, and there's 1 spire gone. We're mashing, and... time. Almost a sub 7 in a marathon. GG chocolate cake 5000. You made that look like a piece of chocolate cake. I tried. All right, I'm gonna let you read the credits. Alright, well, hopefully the lag isn't too bad. Grigori was defeated, and peace has returned to Planet Unknown. Okay. Mother Planet is also grateful, for it will be a long time until Grigori attacks again. Everyone is waiting to greet Yuri as their hero once more. But Yuri can't go back home. Not yet. Guys, you see. For Grigori still out there somewhere. Thank you so much, Gamegoyles, for having us. I want to shout out a couple of cool things from the credits. So the main team that put this together, Studio Mini Boss, consists of Pedro and Amora. That was the art team behind the smash hit Celeste. And by the way, Maddie Thorson is in the credits here. So is, and Choco, I'm so sorry, I forgot who you wanted us to point out. Konjac, the creator of Iconoclasts, gets a little special thank you in the credits here as well. So yeah, guys, this is a nifty game. Super fun, super quick. Highly recommend you check it out. GG Choco, that's all I think I have. Thank you, everyone, for having us.